Hi, this is Victoria Vintage Jewelry Collecting, and today I will show you some jewelry that I bought on a vintage fair near Leeds a few weeks ago. And I probably could call that my insect jewelry because there will be a lot of butterflies and bugs. So let's start. I'll start with non-insect jewelry. So I'll start with this brooch with clear crystals, a nice sort of triangular shape, some discoloration, which is, it's a vintage. And it's signed by Gail. You can see it. So this is an American company, I believe founded in as early as 20s, but they did not start with jewelry. They started with clothing, if I'm not mistaken, and accessories. And only in the 40s they've started doing jewelry. They have a lot of, from the website, I saw a lot of jewelry with clear crystals like that. And they can be quite collectible. I believe the company was actually Gale Grant, and it was signed Gale Grant, and then they started signing by Gale or sometimes just Gale. They closed. They stopped producing jewelry. 90s, I believe so. Beginning of the 90s, like end of 80s, but they only completely closed in 2011. So yeah, that's my, and it is an American company, I believe, founded in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember now, because I looked it up when I bought it, but that's, as I said, has been a few weeks ago now. So that's this brooch, and then at the same vendor I bought this flower brooch with a green bead. It's not uranium. It looks a bit like silver from the front, and it's not magnetic. And I did found a very similar sort of style brooch that was actually signed sterling. Definitely the style is very 40s, and in the 40s they actually did a lot of costume jewelry that was actually made of silver because of rationing. So they were using, pot metals somewhere else for, armament and whatnot for war needs. And they did not need silver as much. So some of the costume jewelry from the 40s were actually made of sterling silver. But this one is not signed, and actually from the back it doesn't quite look like silver. If anything, it looks a bit like either this white metal, white pot metal, don't remember, or pewter a little bit. Maybe it's silver plated. And then, yeah, same vendor, I bought this brooch. This looks like a check brooch with this stamped metal frame and the green glass. Now it's not uranium again, because I've checked it out, although I do have a very similar one. I found it, this one is from a lot I found online, or from a lot I bought, don't remember now exactly, but this one you can see the green crystal sort of glows. And this one doesn't, although they do look very similar, as you can see. There was something else I bought from the bracelet. Well, the bracelet, when I looked at closer, I sort of decided that maybe it was not worth it. When I superficially, or it was maybe dark, I don't remember, but when I was looking at these cameos, I thought these yellow parts are just like the color of the plastic or glass meant to, you know, imitate stone, but it's actually just glue. And it, because I was trying everything, I bought this new, and the glue glows. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying everything now with my new UV light. So yeah, it is a bit like sloppily glued. The concept is interesting with the quite a thick, look at this, it's a very thick chain. Very thick chain. I like these blanks in between the cameos. Like, the concept is good. The thing that sort of spoils this bracelet is the glue. I don't know why it's discolored like that. So that's the bracelet. The rest of the jewelry I bought at one other vendor. Now the earrings I bought not really for my collection, because I don't really wear a lot of jewelry. I just buy it for either for resale, or I just like to do collections of like insects or bows or grapes or fruits. I like to do these mini collections, cameos. This one, but I do tend to wear a lot of earrings, and I do like this style. They look very, very nice. The problem is it's the backing is not very tight and it falls, so I haven't managed to actually wear them because they do fall. These things fold and then the earrings fall. So I'll have to find like a tighter thing. Or how can I, what can I do to, you know, prevent them from falling, basically. Same vendor. Oh, I have to take this off. This one I bought for 50p, by the way, because it is a bit broken. Now, I don't think it's anything too, you know, that can't be done about it. I just have to put the links in and tighten up this ring, and that's it. It shouldn't be shouldn't be that difficult, but it has been here for a few weeks and I haven't done it. Just, yeah. It's modern, just a nice butterfly with this. I like the enamel. I should have cleaned it up. It sort of has these swirls, like, looks like malachite, looks like a stone, like an inlay of stone. I should have cleaned it up. And I just think that's also something that I can wear easily, because it's, you know, it's not spectacular. You can wear it on like a day-to-day basis, really. Same lady, I bought this nail. Wow, it's really dark. It's really dark outside. I have put the light on. I'm not sure it will do much, but so I bought this nail. Now I love finding something that's like a bit less usual. I can find butterflies or even bugs, spiders, you know, flowers, cameos. You don't find snails that often, so I love finding snails. It's in a good shape, and it's actually signed. Something that looks like S, maybe SL. Yeah, sort of like an S with a long tail, and then an L with a long, and then copyright, I think. And I found a similar brooch on Etsy, I think actually a couple, and yeah, nobody actually says what company this may be. I know Liz Claiborne, that's LC, not SL. But I didn't find who made it. Likely 80s, and I actually have another snail from the 80s, also with a big pearl. This one isn't signed, but I have found a very, 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 almost identical. I mean, there might have been like minor variations. That's Richelieu, Richelieu Company, but mine is not signed. So, and obviously, companies were copying designs of more like designer brands or famous brands. So, yeah, now they will be having company to each other. There'll be two of them. What should I show you? I'll show you this bug. So this is a big one, right? With black crystals, and the wings or body is this, I guess it's plastic. Certainly feels like plastic, but it almost looks like, like from the like either a stone or like maybe a like a mother of pearl, like it's from a shell. But I think it's just plastic. And I'm trying, it's my new toy. I'm just gluing everything. Plastic glows like crazy. I just wanted to show you, like, look at this. Some things glow, like some plastics glow, or maybe not the plastic, but the this pearly, so not glowing, glowing. I don't know how old it is, difficult to say, it might be modern. But what I wanted to show you actually is that I have, and I believe I've showed you in another of my videos, I bought this brooch at an antique shop in a city nearby. And I don't know if it was a bit cracked when I bought it and I just didn't notice, but I came home and the wing was broken. And I did say I will glue it, but I still haven't done it. I'm not sure how the glue will work because it's a small, a small area to apply the glue on. And the area is like unstable because it's like long, and so I'm not sure how well the glue will work. But they do look similar to me because it's also like this kind of swirly plastic that wants to look like something else, especially here, wings. Look at it close. This one looks different, obviously, like the way it's done, plus you see you can set it up. Set it up like that. But it's sort of, it looks very similar in a way. So that's the bug. What else should I show you next? This yeah, also big brooch, butterfly with clear crystals. At how it looks in the back, but really big. Big butterfly. I'll put everything to the side a little bit. Another bug. I don't know if it's a fly or a bee or a bug. Now, in the back, it's not signed. Again, difficult to see how old it is. I think it's vintage, and it's I like the engravings on the metal, and it's, you know, the enamel, and you can still see like the texture of the metal. I think that's a nice touch. And I also like that there's two colors of enamel here, this green and then looks something like what nature could do, you know. Because nature, you know, in nature nothing is too uniform. You know, colors can change, get into each other. So I like how it's done. And you know, the gold is very well preserved. I don't know, I really liked it. Couldn't leave it behind. So that's my new addition. And then this pretty little thing, I really liked it. I loved it. I do like ladybird brooches or jewelry. They're so cute. And this one is so small. Like it's not natural size, right? It would have been even smaller. But it's still very cute and small, just like a ladybird. And it's also enamel, has this black enamel crystals, enamel, and marcasites. And I like that each marcasite has the, you know, the metal is like, it's not done simple, you know, there's some work put into this brooch, and it's actually silver. I'll open it so you can see. It has two markings, 195 as for silver, and then there is another one, but I couldn't tell what exactly is it. Like, what mark is that? If anyone recognizes, I have no idea. It almost looked like a, if you look at like that, it looks like a bird, a penguin. Not a penguin, but a bird. I don't know. I don't know what marking is that. I would be really curious to know. I didn't find any of those. I did put like sterling silver 9 to 5 ladybird brooch, but I didn't find a similar one. So that's probably one of my favorites, if not the favorite, to be honest. Probably it is the favorite. Is this the last one? Oh, no. So clip, a dress clip made to look like insect wing, some kind of insect wing, and it's made of glass, and it has this silvery, so that's not a frame. I thought the glass is encased in metal frame, but it's not. It's just glass that's been painted or having some kind of enamel on the outer side to look like it's metal. It's not. It's just a piece of glass, and then somehow the mechanism of the dress clip is inserted into the glass. And it's not signed. Unfortunately, it's just one. Obviously, two would look amazing. I think these two wings would be amazing, but I just found one, and I can't find anything like that online either. So yeah, that's also one of my favorites. And then the last one, I can't say it's my favorite, it's just not quite my thing, but I find it quite fascinating. So this is a brooch, silver, it is silver as well, made of this sort of like two parts, and it has a butterfly or some kind of, I think it's a butterfly, and it's made of a shell like abalone or some kind of mother of pearl that's been again engraved to have this like hexagons, sort of like, again, probably an insect wings would have these structures, inner structures. And it's purple, which is unusual for mother of pearl. I don't know if it's a natural color. As I said, it is signed. I think it's here. So I don't know if you can see it. It's rather difficult, of course, to see, but it has the lion, which is the English marking for sterling. The lion is here. And then it has the anchor, which is usually it's for Birmingham silver. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a small anchor. It has the, I think, small L, which is the ear. So sterling had, I think, gold as well. They used the rotation, so like A, capital A, capital B, capital C, and each one was a ear. And then they rotated through the small A, B, C, D's, and so on. And then they will start all over, I think. And I think the small L is for like 1908 or 1909. I can't remember now exactly. And the signature MB. I thought it's MR, but Birmingham silver doesn't has MR, but it does has a few MB initials, and only one was with the separate M and separate B, each in a circle. It didn't give me the name. There is no database who the jeweler was, but they did found those signatures on brooches, jewelry, and mugs made from silver. And then it has some numbers. I saw somewhere some 2s on the other side. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. And as you can see, it has been modified. You can see that something has been here. And actually, it's been soldered together. And I found a very, very similar brooch like that. Also Birmingham silver, Art Nouveau, also a butterfly in a slightly different position, made with these kind of inserts. And it was a buckle. It was a buckle. So this one was also a buckle. That one was Birmingham silver. The initials were different. It had a different jeweler, but very, very similar to this one. So that was interesting. I love it. I like it. I like it, not as much though as I like my ladybird. I think it's just cute. I think, oh wait, there's something here. Oh yeah, I have another butterfly, and actually I think this one is the first I found. The lady had this butterfly, and she had 2 Art Deco fruit glass check necklace. They were amazing, but they were a bit pricey. I did not have any cash, so I just gave her all I could, and just bought the butterfly. But I like the butterfly as well, because of the bright rhinestones, this dark deep green, and then this blue. It's a very unusual blue. I have brooches that unfortunately they both miss rhinestones, have the same color, and it's very difficult to find to replace this kind of color. It has a slightly, like, not purplish, but it's a bright cold blue. I don't know how else to explain. And I just think it's so beautiful. That's how it looks in the back. I think it's also Czech, maybe Austrian, maybe Austrian. Oh, look how beautiful this butterfly is. with the rhinestones. And not, not something I find every day, especially in this combination of green and blue. Slightly more unusual. And yeah, I think this is all I've got for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Please like and subscribe, leave some comments below, and hopefully we'll see you next video.